Live from KTIV, this is SportsFource Extra.
Welcome back, folks, to another edition of SportsFource Extra. I'm Jason Moeller in Siouxland. I'm riding solo tonight as you provided a plethora of phenomenal plays, whether you found yourself fighting for a spot in the state tournament or fighting to wrap the regular season on the right foot. Speaking of the right foot, walk with me, talk with me. The first matchup of the night is a regular season showdown, but it does feature the number 3 ranked team in Class 3A as a tornado warning was in effect at Sioux City East. The third-ranked Storm Lake Tornadoes came rolling on through. Now, Creighton commit Jaden Kuhn is out with a minor injury for this one, but you want to talk about great ball movement. Every tornado on the court touches the ball here as they whip it around the arc. Trey Betcher drives in, and it's the man who starts the play, Timothy Yanga, who will finish it. Not long after, though. Storm Lake looking for more, but the pass not handled properly. Frankie Stews picks it up, and Stews will take this one himself for 2 for the Black Raiders. Later on, Yanga might as well yell Jenga. Defender goes down. Yanga brings it around town before putting the ball up and in. Tornadoes get the win 78-72. On the other side of Sioux City, a border battle as Roman Henry and Sioux City West take on Dakota Valley. We'll pick things up in the third quarter. Panthers with it now. We call this slipping the screen. West aggressive on the switch, so Grady Ramos just slips by down to the block. He'll finish for 2 there. Aaron Brunn says, oh, just going to sneak right past you for a bucket right here. This thing, though, it was a game of runs. West back with the ball. Roman Henry takes this thing right off the screen. He'll go, stop, pop, the mid-range jumper here, and it's a 6-point West lead. Check this thing out, though. West on the defensive end. Eduardo Frazier gets the board, and like Dom Toretto in Fast and Furious, he's weaving in and out of traffic on his way in through the lane for the deuce. Not long after, Roman Henry says, brother, that looks like fun, but like road trip sequel, this is a Euro trip. Henry takes it from left to right, finishes for 2. West wins 78-64. Meanwhile, in South Dakota, the Yankton Bucks, they've been struggling this season, but they would have a chance to turn that all around as they were up against second-ranked Sioux Falls Christian. Now, here's the thing. Sioux Falls Christian, they're 6-0 against Siouxland teams this season. We'll pick things up in the first quarter of this one. Jackson Kudera with corner 3, and it's good. Good start for the Bucks. Sioux Falls Christian with it now. Carson Nichols gets the ball. He'll drive baseline. He'll go up and in for 2. Yankton, they're not worried about it, though. Out to the other corner 3 from Abe O'Brien. Yankton on fire from deep in this one. Sioux Falls Christian with it, though. Cooper Strand gets the rebound, and Strand goes coast to coast for the lay-in. Tell you what, this one was tight all night. Sioux Falls Christian with it, though. Carson Nichols receives a nice pass. He'll lay it in, and the Chargers pick up a win 74-71. Now it's time to survive and advance through the region playoffs as they continue in girls basketball in the state of Iowa. The top-ranked Hinton Blackhawks, they're the favorites to make it to the Casey Center for the IGHSAU State Basketball Tournament, and with good reason. Hinton has not just won this season, they've dominated. Their closest matchup in the last month, a 7-point win against now second-ranked Rock Valley. But on average, Hinton outscores their opponents by just under 50 points this season. Blackhawks open up their postseason run against Madrid. We'll pick things up. Tigers in a zone defense. This is how you break a zone. Raylan Kempema, oh, she'll send this thing in from downtown, and it's 3-0 Hinton. By the way, not long after, here's Sydney Duskett. Gonna drive the middle of the lane, and Duskett going with a wraparound dime to Keely DeRochi for the deuce, and it's 5-0 now. Duskett trying to find space on the low block here. Instead, she'll spy DeRochi in the short corner, and the juniors jamming early on. It's 7-0 Hinton. Blackhawks not done yet either. DeRochi takes this pass from Kempema. She'll get the shooters roll from the bow. Hinton wins 67-20.
We are the Hinton Blackhawks, and SportsFource Extras up next.